Today, we are stepping inside the world of a man who has turned industries upside down and built an empire that feels like science fiction made real. Elon Musk, the closest thing we have to a real-life Tony Stark. Whether you admire him, question him, or a bit of both, his empire stretches across space, cars, energy, AI, and more. So let's break it down and see what a trillionaire life might look like if his empire keeps going the way it is. Elon Musk's journey started in Pretoria, South Africa, where he was born in 1971. Growing up, he was obsessed with technology. At the age of 12, he taught himself computer programming and even sold his first software, a video game called Blaster, for about $500. That early start in tech would become the foundation for everything that followed. After high school, Musk moved to Canada and enrolled at Queen's University before transferring to University of Pennsylvania in the U.S. There, he earned degrees in both economics and physics, two fields that would ultimately shape his approach to business and innovation. In the mid-90s, after dropping out of a PhD program at Stanford just 2 days in, Musk plunged into the tech scene, founding Zip2, a software company that provided business directories and maps to newspapers. In 1999, Compaq acquired Zip2 for $307 million. Musk didn't rest. He launched X.com, which eventually became PayPal. PayPal was sold to eBay for $1.5 billion, and Musk walked away with $165 million. Most entrepreneurs would call it a day, but not Musk. He used that money to fund a series of high-risk ventures that would ultimately change industries across the globe, starting with SpaceX in 2002. SpaceX wasn't Elon Musk's first foray into space, but it was certainly the one that changed everything. His dream of making life multiplanetary has been central to his vision from the beginning. Musk founded SpaceX with a simple but audacious goal: to reduce the cost of space travel and make it sustainable. What he did next was something no one thought was possible. He made spaceflight cheaper and more reliable than it had ever been before. SpaceX's signature achievement was developing reusable rockets. For years, space agencies like NASA used rockets that were discarded after each mission. Musk realized that was the most expensive part of the process, so he set out to create rockets that could land and be used again. After several failures and near bankruptcies, SpaceX succeeded with the Falcon 9 rocket in 2015. This achievement proved the viability of reusable space technology and paved the way for future missions. Today, SpaceX handles cargo deliveries to the International Space Station and is preparing for manned missions to Mars. SpaceX's Starship, which aims to carry humans to Mars, is another monumental leap. The company is working toward mass-producing this massive rocket with the goal of enabling interplanetary colonization. SpaceX is not just a company. It's Musk's way of taking humanity's next step in the cosmos, with all the risks, engineering challenges, and rewards that come with it. If there's one company that transformed an entire industry under Musk's leadership, it's Tesla. Before Tesla, electric cars were mostly seen as impractical, unattractive, or downright boring. Musk had a different vision. He didn't just want to make electric cars. He wanted to change the entire automobile industry and revolutionize how we think about energy. Tesla's first car, the Roadster, was introduced in 2008, a high-performance electric sports car that shattered the stereotype that electric cars were slow and clunky. Musk then rolled out the Model S, which further solidified Tesla as a serious player in the automotive market. The Model S was a breakthrough, a luxury electric car that could go over 300 miles on a single charge and outpace many traditional gasoline-powered vehicles in terms of speed. But Musk's ambitions were not just to build fancy cars. Tesla's gigafactories, which produce batteries and electric vehicles on a massive scale, aim to drive down costs and make electric vehicles affordable for the mass market. Musk's goal isn't just to dominate the electric car industry. It's to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. Tesla's expansion into solar power and energy storage with products like SolarCity and the Powerwall has only cemented Musk's role as a leader in clean energy. Starlink, a satellite-based internet service launched by SpaceX, is Elon Musk's answer to the digital divide. While much of the world has reliable internet, there are millions of people in remote or rural areas who still can't get connected. Starlink aims to change that by providing high-speed internet access globally, especially in places where traditional broadband infrastructure is either too expensive or non-existent. The concept behind Starlink is both ambitious and revolutionary. Rather than relying on ground-based cables, Starlink uses a constellation of small satellites orbiting Earth to deliver internet. These satellites provide faster, more reliable service than traditional satellite internet, which has suffered from high latency and slow speeds. Since launching the service, SpaceX has already placed thousands of satellites into orbit, with plans to launch many more in the coming years. For Musk, Starlink isn't just about connecting the world. It's also a key funding mechanism for his broader vision. The revenue generated by Starlink could help finance SpaceX's Mars ambitions. In a way, it's the perfect example of how Musk is thinking long-term. Not only does Starlink aim to improve life on Earth, but it's also a critical part of the financial ecosystem he's building to fund humanity's move to the stars. Elon Musk's empire isn't just about rockets and cars. It's about a broader vision for the future, one where technology enhances human life and tackles the world's biggest challenges. His ventures like Neuralink, The Boring Company, and OpenAI all stem from this desire to push the boundaries of what's possible. Neuralink is perhaps the most ambitious of these projects. Musk's goal with Neuralink is to develop brain-computer interfaces that can help treat conditions like paralysis, blindness, and neurological diseases. But the long-term vision is far more revolutionary, connecting the human brain to machines, enabling humans to merge with AI, and, eventually, allowing the brain to access and control advanced technologies directly. Meanwhile, The Boring Company seeks to solve one of the most annoying modern problems: traffic. Musk's idea is to build underground tunnel systems where cars can travel faster and more efficiently than they can on the surface. While the project is still in its early stages, the potential for transforming urban transportation is enormous. Then there's OpenAI, which Musk co-founded to ensure artificial intelligence develops in a way that benefits humanity and doesn't spiral into something dangerous. For Musk, every project is interconnected. So, what if Elon Musk actually becomes a trillionaire? It's not as far-fetched as it sounds. With the success of companies like Tesla, SpaceX, and Starlink, Musk could eventually control industries worth trillions of dollars. Whether he becomes a trillionaire or not, Elon Musk has built an empire that stretches from car factories to space. Love him or not, he is one of the few people who treats the future like a project he is actively building. If you enjoyed going behind the scenes of this massive empire, hit like, subscribe, and tell me which part of Musk's world you want to explore next.